Hi everybody, it's me, Godzilla Kaiju Gamer AX 1954 here, and if you didn't know already, the new trailer for Shin Ultraman just dropped, and I'm like super excited. It's like the toppest of kek. So, since I am a qualified Ultraman professional, see, I have my Ultraman Jack figure right here. Today we're going to be breaking down and analyzing all of the small details that you probably missed. And I mean, the trailer's been out for about, what, 3 hours now? And I've seen it about 6.8 million times in that short duration. It goes to show how dedicated I am to this craft. And of course, I've watched Shin Godzilla even more than that. Shin Godzilla, this is my baby. And I'm really hoping that this can be just as good. And to prove it, we're going to be watching this trailer, and we're going to be breaking it down and analyzing it fully. So yeah, let's get right on into it, shall we? Now, the first thing that we have to note about this trailer is the first frame. Now, on this first frame, we can clearly see some Japanese text. I'm not entirely sure what it says, but the more important aspect is the background. Now, what's the detail about the background? Well, it's black, right? And by that, we can possibly denote that this film will have the color black in it at some point. Now, I know that's a pretty deep cut, but I assure you, I think I'm 200% right on this, and I'm 200% right on basically everything, okay? Right, let's continue. Now, as you can see, we clearly have some recut footage from Shin Godzilla. If you didn't know, these are actually deleted scenes that you can find on the DVD copy right here, and it's surprising, but really, really nice how they've managed to salvage this footage that they weren't going to use before and put it onto this new project. I'm really, it's really good Hideaki Anno-san. Now, since we have seen shots just then of the police out here with their riot shields and their big helmets, you know, we can connote that this film takes place in the year 2020, and I can assume that with certainty because this is obviously leaked footage of riots. Because, you know, riots happen in 2020, and, you know, aren't I clever, aren't I smart? Now, here we have a dog tag. That's what that thing's called. It's called a dog tag, for those of you who didn't know. So, if we zoom in on that, we can find, I mean, it's got Shin in it, and it's Shin Godzilla, and in this movie, Shin Ultraman, which is basically Shin Godzilla 2. Now, as we can see, this lady is turning up her volume really loud. She really wants to see the best Shin footage that she can possibly see, just like how I want to see the best Shin Godzilla sequel in this movie. Now, here is a complaint I would like to make. They've gotten rid of the Star of David off of the SSSPs, our Special Science Patrol Search Parties, uniformed badge, and it's just like, but what is everyone at Subaraya just like an anti-Semite or something like that? I think it's time to cancel him on Twitter, everybody. Now, if we look in the background, you may not have been able to notice this, but this character is using a Panasonic laptop with a Windows operating system. What an absolute buffoon. Does anyone know that Mac is the way of the future? And here we get our first look at the first kaiju of the movie, Baragon, which, I mean, it's a very drastic redesign of Baragon, I'll give it that, but it's clearly Baragon. I mean, it's got teeth and has a horn, which only adds to my personal headcanon that this movie is a Shin Godzilla sequel, because, like, why would Baragon be there if it wasn't? This is Shin Baragon. And now, to further add to my idea that this is Shin Godzilla 2, look what we have here. It is my favorite kaiju from Zone Fighter, Zandola, who of course fought Godzilla that one time. So, if this is anything to go by, it means that this is without a doubt part of the Shin Godzilla continuity, which only means that the next logical step is Shin Godzilla versus Shin Ultraman. And I really want that to happen and just have this movie over with immediately so we can just wait on the hype train for that, just so I can prove that Godzilla is the best. A subtle detail you may not have noticed in this particular shot is that there are people in it, which could imply that this movie has a cast of characters. Now, will it be as strong as, I don't know, with that Shin Godzilla's cast? Probably not, because that was the most non-confusing cast in the entire world, and anyone who says otherwise is just a fake fan. And here we see that, yes, this movie does indeed have power lines in it. Sorry, it's just super warm in here. But yeah, that's basically it for this trailer. What have we learned from watching it? Well, clearly that this thing is not going to be as good as this thing. And I'm always right in my opinion because, well, I mean, look at me. Don't I just extrude positive, cool energy? Like, what do you get from watching Ultraman that you couldn't get from watching Godzilla, which is superior in every regard? I honestly don't understand why this movie's even being made. As I said before, we should just let this movie happen, though, and immediately skip forward to Shin Godzilla versus Shin Ultraman, because that is the movie that I want to see, so I can rub it in everybody's face that I was right, Shin Godzilla is the best movie ever, and no one fucking likes Ultraman! Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to do something with your life, unlike me. And peace. Bye-bye. Ooh. See ya. Ooh. Bye, baby. I love you.